Sydney-siders will notice a sea of warning signs cropping up across the city this morning as dozens more sites are taped off amid the growing asbestos contamination crisis. There are now 22 confirmed sites with contaminated mulch, and fears the issue could have spread to more than 100 locations, including some private homes.
Authorities are scrambling to protect the community with an urgently convened asbestos task force meeting overnight. More experts are being brought in to help the EPA with the biggest investigation in its history. Straight to Helena Burke in Harmony Park in Surrey Hills. Good morning to you, Helena. Now, just give us an update, because we know that this task force met last night. And how are Sydney-siders reacting to this growing issue?
Well, understandably, many people are very concerned about this. Many of the contaminated sites across Sydney are parks where children and dogs play. One of the contaminated sites that's actually still being cleared is a primary school in the city's west. Now, people are now asking how and why this was allowed to happen, and that will be one of the major questions that the new task force tries to answer. The task force met for the first time last night, and over the coming days and weeks, they'll be trying to contact trace the contaminated mulch and find its origin. All of the asbestos found across New South Wales so far is bonded asbestos, which is the less dangerous kind. The only exception to this is Harmony Park in Surrey Hills, which is where I am now. The asbestos found here is friable, meaning it's more easily crumbled and inhaled, making it more dangerous. Yesterday, authorities indicated that there could potentially be hundreds of contaminated sites across the state, including the gardens of people's private homes. The City of Sydney Council says that more than 30 new locations will be cordoned off from this morning as more garden beds are tested for asbestos.
Helena, we can see those asbestos signs behind you. Gosh, it must be really worrying for people there around this area right now.
That's correct. This is a very popular area for people with dogs who would be playing around in sort of that mulch kind of area where the asbestos was found. And of course, we also have that primary school out west. The children there have had to go to another primary school temporarily while it's cleared out. And my understanding is the EPA is now saying sort of a major line of investigation will be schools across Sydney, because obviously children and animals are a big concern around things like asbestos, where when they break open is when they really become very dangerous.